So please put your hands together to welcome Tara London.
Don't go chasing rainbows. Not all that glitters is gold, and you don't know what the future will hold. Chasing rainbows, don't go chasing rainbows. Not all that glitters is gold, and you don't know what the future will hold. Chasing rainbows.
It's lovely to have you with us this afternoon. And part of the reason you're here is because you're involved with the Barnardos and the Young Songwriters Competition. On your website, you said this, or you said that this quote was really important to you. Music speaks what cannot be expressed, soothes the mind and gives it rest, heals the heart and makes it whole, flows from heaven to the soul. Music's been really important to you. Can you tell us all a little bit about your story and why that's the case?
Okay. When I was really young, when I was 2, I lost my mum to a debilitating disease, and I was raised primarily by my dad until I was 13, when unfortunately he also got a really bad illness. He had a massive stroke and was taken from me. And for me, music was something that actually I'd embarked on as a child. It was something that had touched me from as young as the age of 4. I'd been doing it in primary school, joining kind of sort of random choirs here, there and everywhere. But after the loss of my parents, it became like my companion. It was something that I used to express what I was feeling. Because although there was a lot of love for my parents and the rest of my family, there was also a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. And it was a way for me to kind of almost, I don't know, kind of transfer all of that feeling into writing, because I actually started with poetry. I had a massive love of English, and for me the written word is a very powerful thing, and when you're actually writing down what you're feeling, which you do for songs, it does actually kind of, it cleanses the soul. And I know that sounds a little bit cliche, but there's a calming that comes from that, and then when you kind of marry that with music, it just becomes like almost like a whole other person. It becomes like your companion, and so it's almost like you're communicating something with music, and that music is communicating something back to you, and that really, really helped me over the loss of both my parents really at such a young age. So.
And you've been writing songs and singing for that time, but you haven't just been doing that for yourself. You've been doing it for a number of charities. Yes. So you're involved with charities that are involved with child abduction, so children that are kidnapped, and also for children that are missing.
Yes.
And you write songs there as well. And now you're doing some work with Barnardos. Why has that been important to you?
I just felt that, you know, like that children generally, most of the time, don't actually feel like they have a voice. And certainly for me as a child, I felt very alone in the world after everything that had happened with my parents. And so I suppose it's very close to my heart, because I like to feel like I'm almost like the mouthpiece of that child that's sitting there that doesn't quite know how to communicate what they're feeling. And children's charities are, again, from when I was very young, have been a very important thing to me to be able to support. And the Young Songwriters is a relatively new thing that I'm supporting, but I think the concept is a fabulous idea, encouraging children through music to help others. It's a great message.
Thank you. Now, you've probably noticed that I've also got somebody else sitting here, and this is my friend Norm. And Norm's just going to tell you a little bit now about the Barnardos songwriting that some of the other students in school have been involved with. Norm.
Okay, Helen and I have been doing it with this for Barnardos for this year. And the reason we decided to do this competition, Helen has long had a thought that if we can instill in children this belief that they can have fun that they can bring their talents out, that they can be who they want to be, while at the same time helping a charity like Barnardo's, who have a belief in children themselves. I'll read from their brochure that I have here. They say, our reason for doing this is Barnardo's, is that we believe in children, no matter who they are, what they have done, or what they have been through. We support them, stand up for them, and bring out the best in each and every child. So get involved if you want to next year or this year, if you've got time, and have fun doing it. But at the same time, remember there's a serious message that some of the children, even the ones sitting next to you now, may be less fortunate than you are, and you can actually make a difference by helping in these sorts of projects.
Thank you, Norm. In a moment, Tara's going to finish off with another song. But before she does that, I want you to show your appreciation for them coming down, because they've only come down to talk in quarter of an hour, but they travelled quite a way in order to do that because they think you're special. So please put your hands together.